Hello everyone, welcome. This video is for those interested in the visual and performing arts, academic and career pathways, otherwise known as an ACP. What is an ACP? Like I just mentioned, it stands for academic and career pathways. It includes the following majors: art, graphic design, and music. So if you are majoring in any of these majors, then this ACP would be the right one for you. ACPs are a nice way to help you explore academic and career options and develop the right plan based on your chosen program. So what exactly is transferring? To transfer simply means to complete your lower division requirements here at Cuyamaca and go on to complete your upper division requirements at your chosen university. Well, what exactly are your transfer options? The good news is that there are a lot of options. But before we go through any of those options, I'd like to preface by saying that for each of these transfer options, there are a lot more details than we actually have time to go over. That said, if you are interested in seeing which transfer option is the best for you, it's highly recommended that you meet with a counselor. Some of the options that we'll review today exclude certain majors and certain schools, so I just wanted to include that as a precaution before moving forward. Now, this slide will look into ways you can transfer into California's public university systems, which is the UC and the CSU system. That said, let's get started with one of the most popular choices, SDSU. And SDSU is part of the CSU public university system. So SDSU specifically is unique in that they prioritize local students. So if you are just starting out your studies here at Grossmont Cuyamaca, you naturally have priority consideration simply because of which community college you attend. So some transfer pathways for SDSU include the general pathway, transfer admission guarantee or tag pathway, the ADT pathway, and the CSU TSP pathway. We'll go over the ADT and CSU TSP pathway more in detail in the next slides. So for now, the next section here. So for now, we'll review the tag and general pathway. So if you select a tag major and you are eligible, you meet all the requirements, then you will receive guaranteed admission into SDSU into that specific major. However, please note that tag is only open for select majors and select students. Your counselor can help you determine if you or your major are eligible. If your major is not offered in tag, you can still apply through other pathways. Regarding the general pathway now, many of you, like I mentioned, will receive priority consideration just for being a local student. Priority consideration simply means that your batch will be considered before SDSU considers students from other community colleges outside of SDSU's local area. So for example, a Cuyamaca student's application will be reviewed before a Palomar student because Cuyamaca is local to SDSU. Well, what about other CSUs like CSU Long Beach, Cal Poly SLO, Fresno State, and more? You can opt to transfer into the CSU ADT route, which guarantees admission into the CSU system. Now, this does not necessarily grant you admission into the CSU campus of your choice. However, they are guaranteeing you admission into at least one CSU. Overall, there are 23 CSU campuses throughout the state of California. And this pathway is where you earn a 2-year degree on your way to receiving your 4-year degree. And this ADT pathway is the same as the one listed here. Another transfer option is what's called the CSU TSP. This is pretty new. It stands for CSU Transfer Success Pathway. It is meant to guarantee recent high school graduates into a specific CSU campus and a specific major. To select this option, you not only have to be eligible, but you must enter into a TSP contract with a specific university and finish the contract by completing all of your transfer requirements within 3 years. There are major limitations and GPA requirements. So again, make sure you see a counselor for more details. And please note that each individual university determines which of their majors are eligible for TSP. Moving on to the UC system, we have what's called UC Tag. Of the 8 undergraduate campuses, only the following listed here participate in TAG. As you might notice, UCSD, UCLA, and UC Berkeley are not listed here. That means they do not participate in TAG. As you might have guessed from the previous tag mentioned, earlier. TAG stands for Transfer Admission Guarantee, which means that you get guaranteed admission into a specific UC campus into that specific major. And some things to note are that you can only tag to one campus, and you need to ensure that your chosen campus accepts your major as TAG eligible. And I will reiterate this one more time. If you are unsure, if you're even remotely interested, please check with a counselor for details. Our closest UC campus within San Diego is UCSD, so we're going to go over that here. And although they do not participate in TAG, you can certainly apply through other methods. One of them includes UCSD ULink. This way guarantees you admission into UCSD. However, you must meet income requirements. You must have a family income of less than $40,000 a year and identify with at least one of the following groups, either a high school senior or a student veteran or an active duty member, or be a former or current foster youth, meaning you were impacted by the foster care system. Now, you can also apply to UCSD and these other UCs as a regular transfer student if you do not meet any of these criteria. Students do not have to participate in a TAG in order to be considered for admission. In fact, according to the UCs, approximately 2/3 of transfer students admitted into the UC system do not have a TAG. So please do not let this discourage you if you find out that your major is not eligible for TAG or you are not eligible for ULink. You can just apply again as a normal transfer student. Alrighty, so there are even more transfer options available outside of the public university systems. You are not limited to public universities only. If you are interested in a private school or attending an out-of-state university, you can most certainly do so. In fact, this route typically has less requirements. It's recommended that you meet with a Cuyamaca transfer counselor as well as a university representative from your chosen university to collaborate on an education plan. Lastly, did you know that you can receive a bachelor's degree without leaving the Cuyamaca campus? This is done in partnership with Point Loma Nazarene University, or PLNU, with what we call our degree completion programs. Right now, we're offering the following: a bachelor's degree in child development, business administration, or a bachelor's degree in organizational leadership. There are more majors offered through this route, but it will be done with Grossmont College. If you're interested, again, please see a counselor. Alrighty, so the next couple of slides shows each of the ACPs and whether or not they are available at local public universities such as SDSU and UCSD, and which transfer pathway or which transfer option would be best for these majors. So for art, you have a couple of different options for the art major at SDSU. Emphases vary from art history to applied design to painting, printmaking to studio arts. Please note that if you are applying to a major within this ACP to SDSU or UCSD, you will be asked to submit a portfolio as a part of your transfer application. Lastly, graphic design. It is available at SDSU through the general pathway, but not at UCSD. And then lastly, for music, similar to art, you have different emphases options for music at SDSU. This transfer major also requires a supplemental application and may require an audition. It is also available at UCSD. Alrighty, and thank you for listening. For any questions, please make sure to meet with your counselor. And we just want to emphasize that because a lot of the items that we reviewed today really do have a lot of stipulations within them. So you want to make sure that you are eligible for something that you are interested in. So please, please, please check with the counselor for more details.